are. Start the introductions.
Of course. Hey guys, welcome to the Opinionated podcast, and we are your hosts.
I'm Cool Kev.
Dash.
And I'm Big Dre, and we got a guest today.
Bang.
What up? Mychael Scott, not the office. What's up? Thanks for having me, everybody.
What's going on, bro?
And we have a great show today. We're going to be talking about Black Lives Matter versus All Lives Matter. More of a discussion than a debate, but it's going to be fun nonetheless. But before we get started, I want to tell everybody to please like, share, subscribe to the YouTube. You can find us on Spotify, Apple Music,
YouTube.
Formerly Google Podcasts. Pretty much anywhere you stream your music from, you can find our podcast. So remember to like, share, and tell a friend.
Subscribe. Please subscribe.
Yes, it helps.
Go check out our YouTube.
Check out our
It's
YouTube.
new.
And
Been improved.
Dre has revamped. He's been working hard in these streets.
Getting
Getting this shit right for y'all. We're trying to give y'all content, so go check it out.
Streets.
All right.
All right, you guys ready to get started?
Yes, we
Let's
are
go.
ready to get started.
Diddly-dee.
So how we going to continue with this? What
Well,
are we actually saying?
We had an off-air discussion, me and Kev.
Didn't have to do with All Lives Matter or Black Lives Matter. It was more political views and non-political views.
Make live public.
Oh,
Make live public.
yeah.
Kev's not ready.
He's not ready.
I make the live is public. You can do, you can do whatever you want. You can share it to whoever you want. Listen, okay, we had an off-air discussion about who the president is right now. We was talking about Ice Cube having a platinum plan, and I was saying that the people from the Black Lives Matter that he was working with, he just straight up abandoned them. Like, they can't get in contact with him no more. They can't, reach him or reach out to continue the plan. Like, I'm guessing they saying because Trump didn't get reelected that Ice Cube wants no more part of the plan. And what I'm saying is, why does who's in the office change up whether you go through what you already started? If you start a movement, I don't give a damn who's president. Okay, he left. He's not listening. He's no longer president. I got a guy here for 4 years. He's going to have to listen to me. He wants.
Well, I was under the assumption that he was going to be talking to the other side anyway.
Yeah, I was under the assumption that you said Trump was like, fuck it.
No, Trump wasn't fucking. I said Ice Cube just abandoned it. He just abandoned it. Black Lives Matter reached out to Ice or tried to reach back out to Ice Cube. He's no longer. They can no longer get in contact with him.
I don't want to interrupt you, but I want to know where you're getting your information from.
I'm
That's just me.
I'm getting my
curious.
information.
I'm just
I
curious.
seen this. This was on somebody was interviewing one of the persons from Black Lives Matter,
Okay.
and she said that she can't get in contact with him no more. This is for me just seeing that somebody else doing another interview with who's one of the members of Black Lives Matter,
Right.
saying she can't get in contact with him.
Okay.
I'll give Ice Cube a chance to speak, but what I'm saying is, if you got a plan that you got going into office, don't abandon it. You know what I'm saying? Don't abandon
Maryland?
it. Just stick through to your plan. You wanted to do this platinum plan, whoever's president can do it.
Right.
And if he don't want it, and if he doesn't want to, and if this president doesn't want to help us out, okay, cool. We find that out in the first year or two. Guess what? You're not getting reelected.
So call me an idiot, but is Joe Biden even in office yet?
He comes into office, and you get their inauguration.
February, right?
No, January 20th.
20th.
I don't care. What kills me about people in politics, it doesn't stop because we did the election. It starts right now. I'm not saying Joe Biden's the end all be all.
Okay.
But we want people, as black people, we want whoever's in office to listen to us. And if you won't listen to us, we'll just keep electing a different motherfucker every 4 years until somebody catches. Like, if I want an 8-year run to get the majority votes from black people, I better listen to what they got to say. Because if not, I'm done after 4 years. And let's make it happen. Same thing with these. I don't think there's a term limit on mayors and stuff like that and senators. If you want to be my senator in my state forever, you're going to listen to what I got to say. If you don't, you're gone.
I don't want to sound like an idiot. So like when it comes to like politics, I'm not well versed in that. As far as like terms other than the president. But I from what I heard, like your state representatives and stuff like that, like those are the important positions anyway.
Because they can stay forever. They can stay as long as they stay as long as till they die. We don't know that. A lot of black people don't know that. You can elect them year after year after year after year after year. Why listen? This is on my thing for black people. We're gonna get into our subject. You want people to fucking listen to us? Band together. We don't have to all agree on every fucking thing.
Okay.
But all of us have to agree one thing. We're all black. They look at us, they look at our skin tone and make prejudgments off of that, whether it be cops, whether it be people in power that can employ you,
Okay.
or whatever. Let's start getting people in power to say, hey, I need you to eliminate some of these stigmatisms. Like, okay, if the cops want to just judge us because I'm black and I'm walking down the street, but I'm a well-educated man and a millionaire, but this cop has harassed me and I can't do nothing to him. If he kills me, nothing happened to him. No, let's put some laws in place that says, hey, listen, before I pull this trigger on this guy, I can probably get sued by his family if I kill him. Because now cops kill you, we sue the taxpayers. I bet you if you sue a cop and him personally, I bet you he'd be like, you know what? Before I shoot this guy, let me see if I can de-escalate this situation before I pull the trigger.
I think it's going to be a lot. Like I think with that it's going to be a lot. I think you're on the right track.
Yeah.
But they need to definitely put something in place that'll get them to understand there's consequences to what they do.
Yeah. I'm not smart enough to figure everything out. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say I'm the smartest guy in the room, but I'm just saying.
Hey, Sandy.
I just want some kind of regulations. Everybody can, defund the police. Listen, cool. When I think of defund the police, me personally, is take away some funds and reallocate them somewhere else to help the police department.
That's what it is.
That's what it's meant.
But
People
think it's take all the money away from the police so they won't police us.
Exactly. So, but
let's get into this topic.
Let's get into our topic. We have our man Mike here. Mike, we're going to give you the mic today. You see the topic is Black Lives Matter versus All Lives Matter. Not a head-to-head clashing, but just an understanding.
Let's preface this, though, to say we believe in the Black Lives Matter as far as what it should be in life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not necessarily just the organization, because I'm not familiar with the organization as I am with just we fucking matter. But and you're on the side of All Lives Matter, correct?
Yes, sir.
Please
elaborate. Why you believe in it so hard?
Which there's no problem with that either, but I just want to hear your side.
Okay. Well, first of all, thank you for having me on your podcast and giving me a platform to speak. This is awesome. This is my first time being able to come on, and because I do this every day. I'm in the streets talking to people like, I'm very passionate about this.
Word.
You know what I mean? So I'm glad to be here. And thanks again. So I'll start by saying, first of all, I am for All Lives Matter, not the, like you say, not the political part of it, just like how you say about Black Lives Matter. Right? I'm for All Lives Matter, meaning humanity matters, right?
Okay.
Humanity, right? So when we speak about, like I heard you speaking, Dre, about holding people accountable, holding the politicians accountable, right? And, if you want our vote, yada, yada, we're going to have to see some change, right? All these things like that. And we're going to have to see consistency and all these sorts of things. Now, where I'm at with it is I'm done. And this is the word you used. Let's put people in power, right? Let's put people in power that's going to have our best interest, basically, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I'm here to say the power is within us. The power is in all of us. The power is not within any government. It's not in Biden. It's not in the Trump. It's about the people, right?
Agreed.
It's about humanity, right? That's where humanity comes in.
Okay.
I'm here to say that it's not about Black Lives Matter, because when we say Black Lives Matter, the next race, whether it's white, yellow, red, brown, they're going to look at the Black lives once the Black lives rise, and they're going to try to pull them down. And we're all pointing the finger at the wrong people. The wrong people, I mean, the right people I was listening to a song by Joyner Lucas, and it's I'm Not Racist, right? You all know that
I'm
song,
familiar.
right? All right, about the video, right?
Yeah, I seen it. Yeah.
Powerful video, right?
Very.
Right, powerful, and it's even more powerful today. I seen it yesterday, and I seen it right before I came here for this reason. And so in that video, you have two gentlemen speaking truth. Now in that video, there was a white man. He had a MAGA hat on.
Mm-hmm.
He had a blue collar shirt on, which means he's working hard, right, for his money. You know what I mean? He's spending hours away from his family, whether it's 8, 12 hours a day, whatever. He's working hard, tight jeans, whatever. I looked at, he had the red hair. He was like a hillbilly looking guy, right?
Yeah.
Then we have the other guy, the other gentleman. He had a chain on, right? This is Joyner Lucas and whoever his producers were putting symbols in the video. He had what was that?
You're right.
A little closer? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So this is Joyner Lucas putting symbols in the video. He had a chain on, right? So that's symbolism of lynching. This is the black man. He had a chain on. What else? He had, he had all expensive jewelry. It looked like, a watch, something, a couple other things. He looked like he was dressed better than the white man, right?
Right.
And he mentioned in the video, he mentioned in the lyrics that he didn't even have a job, right? Right. So,
Okay.
so basically, and what he also mentioned was, I'm tired of the systematic racism or systematic oppression, basically.
Right.
Thank you. And he was talking to the white man who goes to work 8 to 12 hours a day away from his family, and they're both upset. You know what I mean? He's not he said he's talking to the white man, but he's saying I'm tired of the system. They both don't like the system, right? So they're both in the same cesspool, right? Of bull crap, and we're all pointing and pointing the finger at each other and not pointing the finger like to not even Biden, not even Trump, whoever is pushing them, because they're puppets at the end of the day.
That's what I said.
You know what I mean?
I never disagreed.
That's what I
with
said.
that.
I've been saying that the whole time though.
But
Okay.
okay. Now I see. When everybody hears the term, when they hear the term Black Lives Matter, it doesn't say only Black Lives Matter. It doesn't say. The term doesn't say Black Lives Matter more. It just says we matter. That means that we just want to matter. That's it. We just want to matter. We just want to be considered in space. Whoever came up with the terminology probably could have did a better sense of how they worded it. But people just attach something. You could have said us as Black lives. We want to matter. We just want to matter. We just want to exist. Think about. When people get mad at the stuff as I heard a comedian say this, civil rights. We had to have America make rights for us, for you to be civil,
Human,
civil to us, just civil, just being basic civil to us.
Yeah.
I remember, I'm 37 years old. My grandmother just passed away, but my grandmother was telling me she was like 74.
Am I fucking 36?
Yeah, I remember.
Sorry.
I remember my grandmother telling me.
shit.
I remember my grandmother telling me a story. She was like, it was not. When I was a kid, I remember walking down the street. You wasn't allowed to make eye contact with white people.
Correct.
If you did, you could be beaten.
Emmett Till.
You can be You can be hung. And when the cops come, the cops are not coming to say, hey, you shouldn't beat this person because they looked at you. You know, no, the cops is coming to arrest you because you had no reason to look at them. My grandma told me stories how she had to go to the movie theater. She had to sit up in upstairs. My mother's born in 65.
Yeah, the Jones, yeah.
My mother's born in 65. In 65, we just got the right to vote as black people. All we trying to tell America is with Black Lives Matter. It's not saying, hey, once we're, we just want equal footing. When I ride through an all-white neighborhood as a black man, and I'm riding through a rich neighborhood, hey, it's a shortcut for me to get home. When that white man rides past a cop in a car ahead of me and the cop just looks at him, I want that cop, when he sees me come by in a black body as a black person in the car, just to look at me, just say, hey, he didn't break the speed limit, he's not doing anything. He keeps going. He keeps checking his radar. Not to the white guy goes by, and all of us can attest to this. Go through a white neighborhood. I'm pretty sure it's happened to everybody. You go through the white neighborhood. Now you come next, you're doing the speed limit, your seatbelt's on. That cop car jumps automatically behind you. First thing he does. 9 times out of 10, you get pulled over.
Can we go into why that happens? Like me and you talked about before.
Yeah,
I want to piggyback on what you're saying. I want you to continue. But why that happens, a lot of people are confused about that. Because the whole thing now is people think that racism is, oh, that doesn't happen anymore. What do you mean? You got Jay-Z. That doesn't happen anymore. But the reason why that white cop or that cop period jumps on you as a black man when you're driving through that white neighborhood, because it happened to me and you talked about this.
It happened to us.
On air. It happened to me and you together. We seen it other times, but I'm gonna just speak on the time when we were together. And I'll tell the story again. Me
taking the shortcut to go home.
Going through Voorhees, New Jersey, which is a pretty well-to-do area. And it's me, you, and 2 other black men in the car. And I had a fish bowl. You can see right through it. So I'm going the speed limit because I drive for a living. So I do the speed limit where I go. I make sure my shit is right. My license is good. What it is when you pass that cop, they're just sitting there. It's 2:00 in the morning. They're just sitting there. When they see you, it's an opportunity for action. It's like, well, I've been sitting here this whole time. A couple people drove by. They're probably not doing nothing. I'm not gonna get anything good. 4 black dudes in a fucking in a Jeep Commander at the time ride by. Shit, I'm gonna get something. Let me get behind them because one of them niggas got a warrant. One of them niggas got weed on them. One of them niggas got a gun on them. I know it. You know what I'm saying?
The odds.
They're just playing the odds. So when we talk about,
and what was the odds? Because I never been arrested.
Me neither.
Neither have him.
Never.
Neither was the
Not one time.
neither was the other 2 gentlemen at the car at the time. Never had to run into the law. That's not our twist.
Just dudes.
We just dudes. We hard work. We got jobs 9 to 5 our whole life.
Yeah.
But he made sure that he got his information.
And we were polite to him.
Polite. He had the one to get know who I was. Wanted to know who the other 2 guys were in the back of the car.
Which isn't necessary.
But we just gave it to him
It's
because
offensive.
It's offensive. But we gave it to him because it's 2:00 in the morning. It's a road. It's not a highly driven road. So I'm nervous.
Right.
I'm scared because this is at the time when people were getting killed by the officers. I'm actually scared.
Yeah.
I shouldn't be scared with a police officer. What I'm saying in America, police officer. I got cousins that are state troopers. I got cousins that are police officers. I got friends that are police officers.
Right.
I'm not terrified of them. I see them. I get pulled over. I was like, hey, look, all right, cuz you caught me. I'm not going to give you a hard time. You're doing your job. I don't need you to get fired here. Boom, boom. You give me a ticket. I go about my business.
I think, to piggyback off you, I also think, though, that when it comes to, because I want to stay on task with the Black Lives Matter thing and bring it back around, is that I think that that's the slogan that we kind of all glommed onto.
Yes.
Right? The slogan that we glommed onto.
Right.
I don't know much about the organization as far as who runs it or who's this and who's that. And I think people get caught up in trying to disprove the organization. No. The term Black Lives Matter is meant to encompass all of the things that we're talking about. It's racial injustice, all of that, racial, equality, all that shit. That's all that I feel like that term means is that, yo, it's not that we just matter. Yo, we matter too, dog. You ain't got to take my life or take my brother's life or whatever and nothing happens to you. Like, that's not okay.
Okay. Can I respond?
Go ahead.
Of course.
Now, all of that is still systematic. Now, we are generations and generations and generations deep on programming.
Correct.
Right? So, you know, when I went to Thailand, I stayed there for about a year, and you know, people over there, they look at me, they look at me like an alien. You know what I mean? Because all they know is what they hear from the television.
Yep.
Right? And that's the same thing that policemen who get teased in school, I mean, all kind of things like that. Now, we were also programmed to joke about people's shoes, and you know, so all these things matter.
Agreed.
When it comes to a policeman pulling a black man over and feeling some type of way. And it's not only, I'm not saying it's a black man's fault. You know what I mean? I'm saying it's the system in which the system passed down that this is okay. And the system it has a way of turning people into monsters. You know what I mean?
Word.
And in different ways. So like we have Camden, we have projects in the Camden area. We have projects in Philly and all around the globe. But I say the whole entire world is a project. You know what I mean? And we have different, and I don't mean projects meaning like a whole chaotic place. I'm saying they run experiments here to see how it's going to go here. Okay. They have the white neighborhoods experiments on them to see how they're going to keep prospering. They have a mixed neighborhood to see how they'll go, and they drop certain rules and regulations in that area. The whole entire world is just a project for the elites. is how I see it.
So when you say the system, and I don't mean to interrupt
yes,
you, but when you say the system, who? Because I think even the audience, like with all of us, who are we referring to when we say the system?
This is, and this is what I'm here to build a squad. I'm not gonna lie to you because I'm trying to figure it out myself. Meaning, like I don't even know who to point the finger to. But what I do know is, I'm not going to sit here and lie to you, but what I do know is, I know Trump, Biden, presidential candidates of all sorts, they get paid by, like you were saying about the presidents, about our vote matters. I'm saying our vote doesn't matter because they're getting paid large amounts of money from people who don't care about Black Lives Matter. They don't care about white lives. They don't care about brown. They don't care about any of it.
They just have their own agenda.
And they have their own agenda. And the green is what they care about. Thank you.
I always said that.
Right.
I always said that.
So, it's like we're all in the same. And they have a way of having us point the finger. It's like a bowl. Let's say we have a plate, right?
Okay.
And we're all in this plate or a gladiator stadium, and we're all fighting each other, but they're all looking down at us like, look at these fools. You know what I mean?
Bigger game is going on.
That's a perfect analogy.
Yeah, I mean, and we're not pointing the finger to the right people. We don't, and part of it is because we don't know where to look, right? But there is somewhere to look, but we all have to come together first because we're 95. I like to say 95% of us being controlled by 5% of them.
And this is where
you should definitely use that.
Book, now this
like
is
that.
the thing. People, when this whole Black Lives Matter came out, you see how America, just say America in general, or just a system got to have somebody they can put down, at least one group that they can put down. That they can put the blame on, so when the rest of the world is fucked up, you can always say, hey, it's their fault. So you're blinded to everything they're doing, but it's their fault. as black people, we don't want to be that, we don't want to be that goat anymore that they got to go to. I don't think anybody wants to be that goat that they want to go to no more. So when we came up with Black Lives Matter, like, hey, we can't have that. We still need this race of people that we can attack so we can keep doing the same bullshit we was doing. Think about it. Look how hard they attacked the group Black Lives Matter. How they say it's so people say it's divisive to America. It splits everything up, and it separates us. It ostracizes other people. But when you see Black Lives Matter marching, you see gays, you see blacks, you see whites, you see Latinos, you see all things. But they attack it so hard. Whereas you see groups such as the KKK, been around for generations. That's not their goat. That's not their scapegoat. You can't, as a black man, I can't march within that group or become a member of that. As a gay, you can't be a part of that group. As a brown, you can't be a part of that group. But America hasn't attacked that with the same vigor they attack Black Lives Matter.
Mm-hmm.
Now, listen, Black Lives Matter to me, like I said, I don't care about the organization.
Right.
What I care about Black Lives Matter is my mother's black, her life matters. Right. I don't want her to be taken away from me.
Absolutely.
My brother's black, his life matters. I want to take. My kids are black, they matter. We became friends. You're black. Yes, your life matters to me. He's black, his lives matter. Yes, all lives matter. Mm-hmm. And I don't say that. And all lives do matter. Yes. That's a fact.
I think that's the fact that's lost on a lot of people.
That's the fact.
We know that already.
All lives matter. When I say Black Lives Matter, hey, white guy, when I go past the cop, I want to be here with you.
Okay.
That way, when my life just matters just as much important as you do, guess what? We no longer need that saying Black Lives Matter no more. It goes out the window. All lives matter across the board. Okay. There you go. But right now, we're being targeted. We just want to be there. Okay. We want to be in that All Lives Matter group. Right. Right now we're a tier lower. We
All Lives Matter and Black Lives Matter. Yeah, kinda. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Can I read this comment?
Go ahead.
All right. So Maryland says that.
Oh, this is again people who is not joining the live. Yeah. People who are listening, we do the show live every Sunday. So if you want to join the comments, make sure that you come in and join the comments. But we're about to read a comment that we got from one of our Facebook listeners. Go ahead, Dre.
All right. So Maryland says Black Lives Matter is literally protesting the L.A. mayor and Biden right now because Black Lives Matter leader believes they are liberal white supremacists and angry about potential cabinet placements from Biden. They want police defunded. They want, I don't know what this says, Marxist society. Somebody you clue me in on Marxist society. It's their mission statement. It is divisive because it's violent and does divide. But I think that's the issue.
They think it's violent, but that's what I'm trying to say. KKK goes around and hangs people.
I don't even want to fight violence for violence.
I don't want to fight, but I'm saying this group literally hangs people. I never seen nobody attack that group with the same vigor they're attacking Black Lives Matter. As a Black Lives Matter group, when the last time you heard?
But the KKK does exist, though.
Yeah, they do exist.
They do exist.
They go into neighborhoods and hang people. When have you seen a Black Lives Matter protest go into a neighborhood, drag you from your home in the middle of the night and kill you? Mm-hmm. Everybody knows this is facts. Mm-hmm. When has a Black Lives Matter came out there and burned an African symbol in front of your lawn to scare you to move out of their neighborhood? When has a Black Lives Matter group say, hey, I'm going to go bomb who I think is a white supremacist church? This is stuff that's happened. America never said, hey, let's go get rid of the KKK with the same vigor they do with Black Lives Matter. It's a group. I don't know nothing about the group. I don't even know who the leader is. I just know the saying. I just know how I feel as a black man. That's all.
I'm just going to speak for myself. Me and Mike have spoken our political views numerous times privately. You know what I mean?
And we can't see us.
I'm not heavy into the politics. No, I don't vote, and there's nothing that someone can tell me or convince me otherwise until I see that there's a reason for me to want to be involved in such a hypocrite way of creating a democracy in a world. But when it comes to Black Lives Matter the slogan of how you would feel as an individual, and not necessarily the movement in itself, because I don't necessarily agree with all of their views and how they would want to handle things. But as a person who is made up of a couple different races, I know I've been on the other side of racism, and I know what it's like to be a person who has been ostracized because of how I looked or how I speak or where I come from. And when it comes to someone making a statement of Black Lives Matter and not necessarily pushing for some type of agenda, they're just speaking about how they feel about them as a people or a group, what's going on in America today to a specific race that's everyone can see. There's no one in the world who cannot see what's happening to one specific race on the planet. When it comes to that in particular and specific, as a black man, as a Hispanic man, I feel as though Black Lives Matter, because it's not me telling you that I don't care who you are and you don't matter. It's that you see what I see, no matter what race you are. You see that people have no problem killing black people or Hispanic people. You see that that the judicial system has no problem locking up black men and women and killing them. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just doesn't stop, and it's been like that forever. There's never been a time in the history of the United States where it hasn't been that way. It was created against us. It wasn't created for us. So when it's 2020 and someone says to me, yo, that happened in the past, you got to let that go. My nigga, I never held it in. What I see is what I give. You see what I'm saying? If I get pulled over and you want to search my car because you tell me that something is Ari because you got a feeling, doesn't sound like you're going by the book or the code as an officer. It sounds like you're trying to go off of a hunch or off of your gut, or because you're using some type of a stereotype against me to try to get what you say, to try to fish for something. You know what I mean? Not only is that offensive, but that puts me on a defense to be like that at any given instance when I'm in that situation. Whether I'm there or I see it happening, it makes me feel or want to act. You know what I mean? That point as a black man is where I would come from the Black Lives Matter, not necessarily the movement. And my girlfriend, she's white. You know what I'm saying? You've met her, y'all cool, and she feels the same way I feel, and it just proves to me. And she's a person who she doesn't know anything about us as a people. You know what I'm saying? She doesn't know what we go through besides what she sees. And she sees negativity constantly against us, which makes it click in her mind like, well, why would you have to go through that? If I drive down the street in Washington Township, no one ever bothers me. If you drive by yourself, why would someone even want to look at you that way? You know what I'm saying? For her to bring up a situation or we're doing something and they were like, yo, why is she staring at you? I'm used to it. I don't pay them no mind. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing what I came here to do. But for her to be able to bring something like that to my attention lets me know that I'm in a place I shouldn't be in. That's what it feels like. You know what I mean? Like, oh, wait a minute. Am I in the wrong area? You know what I mean? And it puts you on the defense. Right. And that's where it is from a standpoint of being a black person, not necessarily when it comes to the movement and trying to push an agenda and all that.
I want to read these two things. Maybe somebody, this from a Facebook listener, Adam, maybe create a different slogan separate from Black Lives Matter organization because it's two different messages. Okay,
I don't think that's a bad idea, though.
It ain't a bad idea.
It's not
that bad. But let me go off of that. They're gonna attack. They attack organizations. Black Panther, how they started off. Black Panther was just a group just to protect their neighborhood, police their neighborhood. They fed the poor in the neighborhood. They policed their neighborhood and everything like that. Somehow they got made out by the government to be this bad organization because they stood up to the system. They put people in place to discredit the the Black Panthers. Same with the Crips and Bloods. Crips and Bloods were just to protect each other's neighborhood. They put a government official in there, publicized the wrong way. They start shooting and killing each other. Now it's a gang. Black Lives Matter. They're doing the same thing. As you see the protests, when they was doing the protests, they had guys, white people dressed up in all black, going around smashing windows. You already had people are moving with this mob mentality, so they start burning it down, bring the cameras in. They discredit them. They do it all the time.
Government never changed their playbook.
They never did. And Belinda has a comment.
Black Wall
What are you guys doing to show Black Lives Matter? Listen. Living. I don't. Like I said, all of us
support black business and protecting my brothers.
We don't go out. We don't do nothing to degrade our neighborhood. I never sold drugs. He never sold drugs. Kev, I don't know. But we never did that.
I support black business.
I support my black people. I support my black brother. Even my brother right here today, I'll give him a platform to speak because it's important to him. And I'm guessing we got to have you small size to see how black.
We should probably let him speak too.
And yeah, so let's. So with that, I'm gonna turn that back on.
I think we're just having a conversation. I don't think it's
yeah.
It's cool.
But
yeah, I mean,
okay.
I'm about to
what's
say, as
your
a black
opinion?
person, I think every day you live.
What's your opinion? With my man's Adam's statement, maybe they should create a different slogan separate from Black Lives Matter organization because it's two different messages.
What's up, Adam? Hey, stop. My man, that's a good dude right there. My opinion on that is it's not about a slogan at all, actually, because first of all, it is a hate group because it was set up, it's being funded by a billionaire white man, George Soros, who actually he's had other groups in the past like Antifa's of the world, and these people who come out and stir issues whenever
Antifa.
Yeah, thank you.
I'll get into that.
Yeah, yeah. They come out and stir issue whenever there's positivity that should be had or that's ready to be had in the area. So yes, Black Lives Matter is actually the organization side of it is a hate group in disguise. Now they actually funded the Biden campaign. They funded the Biden campaign with millions and millions of dollars. You know what I mean? Through some and they did it on the low. They gave it to Act Blue, some middleman transaction team, Act Blue.
Okay. And
with the Act Blue, they gave Biden and the Democratic Party pretty much over $1 billion, right? So, with that being said, can I ask who you didn't vote?
I'm about to say
right.
To go there.
Who do you vote for?
I voted for Biden.
Okay.
And I'll give my reasons after that.
All right, now I want to say this. Malcolm X said the white liberal is the worst enemy of the black man on the planet. That's Malcolm X. That's one of the greatest leaders of our time. And he's literally talking about Biden today. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to tell you what else he said. He said, and I'm going to tell you, he's talking about Biden and Trump today. He said, neither one are our friends. But the conservative who is Trump today, he is the wolf. And when he shows his teeth, you're going to know where you stand. Mm-hmm. Right? And you're going to keep your distance. Now, the fox is the white liberal. He's Biden. He shows his teeth. He acts as if he's smiling, right? He lures you in, and then he's going to use you. And that's exactly what they're doing with Obama right now. Obama has a book out. It's called what is it? The Promised Land, and he's doing a whole tour, perfectly timed for this time, so he can talk about his book and he can talk about how bad Trump is, right? So, so people on both sides can either run to Trump or they can run to Biden, but both of them. And then you got two sides who are saying, my guy's the winner. My guy's the winner. No, my guy, and they're fighting. But meanwhile, both of them really are giving you this vaccine that's coming out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they're not giving it to just, they're saying black people first. They're saying RNs and black people, Hispanics. They're saying minorities first and whatnot. But this is a global vaccine, which I don't know. Now that's a whole nother discussion.
I'll be very
that's a whole
very
nother
clear
discussion
about how I feel about that.
That's a
Yeah.
market. That's what they a lot of people
That's
say.
a
Market
market
of the beast.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Now.
Oh, no.
Bill Gates has the patent 060606, right? 666.
I didn't know that though.
Right? He has a patent cryptocurrency 666. And with that patent is you walk through your crypto. We're going to be walking barcodes basically. You know what I'm saying? We don't need a wallet anymore. We got
Nah,
pay
I'm
for
all right.
this. Yeah, exactly. So
I'm all right.
and both of them, I heard the other day Trump said, and this is somebody Trump almost had me. I'm not going to lie, because I'm like, yo, CNN is bashing this man so bad. It has to be something good about this guy, yo. Yeah, I mean I noticed since he's been in office, a lot of pedophiles has been caught up, and I bought this today for this reason.
What's that?
This right here. Look at this. Can the camera get it?
So you just gonna hide that and not give me none of that?
For sure. I'm never gonna open this thing, by the way. I bought it for purposes to show people on this thing. This is like the Sistine Chapel where
Wait,
Where-
what? Let me see.
It's Penthouse with the 16 chapel.
penthouse.
Why the fuck?
Exactly. Penthouse with 16 chap or
Pet of the
children.
year?
Pet of the year is the woman.
and
they,
children on there.
and they have children
Why the fuck
with
is
naked women and naked men
here,
with
hold on.
beer belly.
tatted.
Somebody
Exactly.
pull that up. Like actually give people a clear picture.
I will.
That's
And they're
fucking
and they're
insane.
hiding Trump's face.
That
on
is
the camera. You
insane.
see that?
That's crazy. That's blatant in front
what
of
is
your
this,
face. They're
Penthouse
getting
New- what Penthouse
too
is
crazy
this?
right now.
Now is this
man.
a message? More than
I bought
anything?
that I bought that in Royal Farms today.
What is that?
Okay. Penthouse.
What issue is that?
What issue is this? Let me see. Kev's still looking at the
This
video.
is, and for our YouTube listeners, if you
I
can't get
want to
this,
read it with
look
you.
this up. This is Penthouse.
I
This
don't
is
know what issue it is.
volume 38.
Is it?
No, it's on the side of the joint. This is November issue, November/December 2020 issue, volume 38, number 4. If you can't see this, go look that up and you can see what we're talking about. I'm about to pull it up for y'all to see. Listen, I don't disagree. Bro, listen, I don't disagree. I don't disagree with nothing you say. I'm not gonna open that.
Let me get into a shit.
We're not going to open that at all. I'm never going to open that.
Nah, because this is gold right here.
Yeah.
Because somebody will discredit this
Right.
and delete this when it comes out.
I said I have to buy this. I just took a picture and then I walked back. I said, you know what? I'm buying this so I can show people how
definitely thought
filthy
you was a
these
freak,
people
boy.
are. You know what I mean? So look, these people are the same ones who are making our laws, and we're fighting over which one's going to go in office. But either one, they're both into this bull crap. Is what I'm saying. So I'm not here to support any of it. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying that humanity is what matters, and this is not humanity. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
But I agree with that. I think.
But oh wait,
Go ahead, yeah, get into your
before
shit.
now. Yes, if you agree with it, we really can't even have the discussion about police and all these kind of things because when I say it's systematic, these are the people who are doing this stuff. Like the cops and all that. Yeah, but we're all
So
programmed.
they're puppets
These are the
too.
people who programmed us into the way that we're all today. You know what I'm saying? These are the people who programmed. Not
I wish I could.
This is the Epstein right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm trying to get.
And Epstein, Bill Clinton, and all those, Obama's still cool with Bill Clinton. He's still cool with Hillary. How? Why? You know what I'm saying? They all know what happened, and he should be on the stand.
So we should have. So I think we should have a deeper discussion. Then we're not going to dish our discussion, but I think we should have a deeper discussion because we're kind of going into that territory. Because
that should be with our. Remember, we were doing another conspiracy.
We'll
another
definitely
conspiracy
do that.
episode, and Mike is another person I want to do for that.
I'll step in on
Mike
that.
is
though.
the one who put me on to the whole the video with
Justin Bieber. Yeah, Justin Bieber.
And I put them on to that as well. So,
well, I'll step into that because I never believed in this vaccine. That's because I got my homie. I'll get my homie on here too. Like he went into what actually goes into vaccines to begin with. Let's not even talk about the shit that they're gonna give us, like the mark of the beast. I didn't even know none of that. I didn't know that the patent number was 060606. Not at all. My homie just was like, yo, because he's super into health.
No, I love black cops.
He was just like, he was just like,
police in general.
they put formaldehyde in that shit. They do a lot of crazy shit that they put in you already. I don't like vaccines anyway. I ain't get the I don't think I should say this, but I ain't get the flu vaccine in I don't know how long. Or I ain't get the flu shot in how long. Like, nah, nigga, you're not giving me the flu, so I don't get the flu.
Listen, this is,
and then the flu magically spreads throughout flu season.
But I want to go back to you were saying about liberals and all this.
Yep.
Everybody knows, like anybody who any common knowledge knows that back when we were slaves, the people that were fighting for us was Republicans. It wasn't Democrats. It doesn't matter what party. It doesn't matter what party it is in America.
Oh shit, we went back to that. All right, you
No,
threw
no.
me off.
No, but I'm getting to my point here. I mean, it's something, like I said, the reason they're doing all this, it's a reason they're doing this to us. You know what I'm saying? And the reason they
Hold on. I don't want to interrupt you.
Royal bloodline.
But yes.
Sharif,
I was gonna say,
Yes.
that's 100%.
Go ahead,
right.
My bad,
Shanique
bro.
from Facebook says, "Royal bloodline rules the peasants of all colors." All the stuff that Mike is saying, I don't disagree with it at all, bro. I don't.
Absolutely.
All I'm saying is, as far as our race of black people are being targeted as the ones to put on TV,
We're the distraction.
we're the distraction.
Purposely.
Violently.
We are the distraction. We don't want to. Why the fuck are we the distraction? I don't want to be the
I'm
distraction.
gonna tell you this. I'm here to say it's not going to change.
I know.
You know what I mean?
We've been
because of this, their agenda is not going to change.
Bro.
So when we're arguing about like, yo, we're saying police, they can't change if they wanted to. They can't. You know what I mean? They really can't because it's from the system. They don't even have a voice.
I mean,
So what do we do?
No, that's just what we do, bro. Like he said, we said that.
I can touch on that too, but go ahead.
We saying at the
I'm
beginning. We're at the beginning. Kevin said green matters. At one point in time, they.
I said that.
Well, you said that. At one point in time, they. Somebody had said this. When America was founded, because America was founded by people who was oppressed over in England. They came here, the rapists, the murderers, the killers, the pedophiles. That's who came to America. Those are the founding. So people who all that red, white, and blue, those are the people who founded America. What you think, people? They got power. You gave power to pedophiles. You gave power to murderers. You gave power to killers. They didn't have this in England. So when they got this fresh start, you really think they're going to give up their ideology, what they believe in? They're going to keep it. They're going to make it bigger and stronger. They we came over and we got targeted.
Right.
So when other people would come over the boat, when the Italians would come over, they would beat and torture them.
Right.
Same thing with the Irish, beat and torture them.
So
along with the black people. But here's the thing about Irish and Italians and maybe Russians and different immigrants. You can hide under the cloak of being white because you don't know unless you speak. That's just like us going to an island in Jamaica. Nobody would know us black people are not Jamaican unless we start speaking and we look American. So what do? They all band together because, look, we're getting tired of being oppressed. We're just going to say we're white. We're not going to say we're Irish. We're going to give up all of that.
read that comment.
But we're going to start targeting these black people because they under an oppressed, we can oppress them. We just want to get out of that. We don't want to be oppressed no more. We don't want to be beat, tortured, raped, killed no more. We just want to be American citizens.
Right.
That's all. When I say Black Lives Matter or whatever the slogan may be, or Black Power or Black Empowerment, whatever, I just want to be American.
Right. Okay.
We're the only group. When they say Americans, they say white. They say Asian. They say Asian Americans, but some of them are mostly from Asia. They say Mexican Americans. They came from Mexico. Why am I African American? Our people been over here longer than people who are Irish, longer than people who are.
Wait, what?
We have. Think about it.
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the comment, but go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? But listen, we've been over here longer than Irish people. We've been over here longer than the Italians and all that stuff. Because why? When the first English settlers came over, they went and got Africans to come settle this land. Mm-hmm. Before they built Ellis Island, we was here.
Right.
We just want to be Americans. We just want to fall into the fold of everyday American life, not to be tortured. But go ahead. You have a comment, Jay, you want to read?
Yeah, I didn't. I'm trying my best to understand this. And there was a comment before that I think Sinead said that Kamala Harris family owned white Irish slaves. Which, I mean, I don't know. I've done a. Here's the thing. I think when it comes to stuff like that, because I got a comment on this, and I'm gonna let Mike get into his shit too. I don't know this. And it might have happened, it might not happen. I think that's also a tool built to divide us anyway.
Yeah.
If I tell you some fucked up shit about somebody, then you going to hate them or you going to... I don't know. I done a lot of fucked up shit too. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so this next comment from, who's that, Adam? Oh, no, I'm sorry. Marilyn says, Trump is an outsider trying to stop sex trafficking and drug cartels. Unnecessary wars wasting American lives, and he did his best to expose all DC corruption, which is why Rhino and Dems hate him.
Listen, we don't. Let me get this. Let me tell y'all something, and then I got to turn this over. I got to turn. Yeah, I know, but I just got to turn. I'm sorry.
Go ahead, get your shit
We
on.
don't. As black people, you say,
why do we? Fun,
why we? Attack Trump so much? The reason we attack Trump so much, or we say that, because Trump incited. And you're right. He brought out hidden racism. He made it popular. But it's cool to expose these people. But these motherfuckers are getting out of hand. I'm not voting Trump out because I don't like what he's doing. I'm voting Trump out because I gotta take the power away from these racist people that he's inciting. I have to take their power away somewhere. I gotta put him back in place to say, hey, listen, we was kind of doing okay. You came into power, Trump, and you just turned it back into 1950 for us. I have to get you out of office.
Is he the scapegoat?
Not the scapegoat.
I'm just asking.
But he was just saying he didn't do nothing to damn these people, but he did a lot to empower them. You know, he could have said some shit, but he's not going to.
I agree.
I don't have a problem with you exposing. That's a great thing that you did that. It's a great thing that you do stuff like that. But when you start giving power to people that are, been in a fucking hole.
How did it give power?
Who? Them people? They been had power. But they were scared. They were scared to say stuff. They were scared to, how did these people get power?
Yeah.
I told you, they came over here. That's what they was.
Trump?
Not Trump.
No, how did Trump give them power?
How did Trump give them power? Okay, when they did when the tiki torch movement happened. What he say? There's a lot of good people good on both sides. Instead of saying, "Hey, listen, we don't condone racism in America. This is 20 whatever the time was. We're past that. I understand they have their views, but there's no place for hate. Squash it.
Very simple.
That's it. Just squash it. But you say they're very good people. They say, hey, listen, our president backs us. Or
Proud Boys stand back.
Proud Boys. They're a racist group. Why shout them out? They don't deserve it. They don't deserve shout out. But you attack the Black Lives Matter group. They're undisciplined. Hey, bro, listen. They probably
Antifa.
They probably are. But dog, if you're gonna damn Black Lives Matter, damn the Proud Boys, damn the Tiki Torch Boys, damn anybody that's gonna separate America, damn them all, black, white, indifferent. Just stop. This is America. We all supposed to be equal. This is supposed to be, but you don't damn these people. You make these people feel proud. You make these people feel great about themselves. You don't say, hey, listen. You don't denounce them. They ask you when in the presidential debate, they ask you to denounce people who you think are racist. You don't denounce them. What you do? You say, Proud Boys, stand up. You don't say, listen, I don't condone racism. I'm not a racist person. I can't tell people how they live their lives, but I don't believe in that. I don't think it has a place in America. I just don't think it has a place in our society today in 2020.
Racism.
It doesn't have a place here. And if you feel that way, and if he feels that way about Black Lives Matter, oh, that's divisive. You got to feel that way about the other side. It don't have place in our society.
Can we read that comment? Because I agree with that.
That's what I wanted to. Yeah.
No media made. This is from Maryland, another face. No, the media made racism crazy by adding in his comments. Hey, but I'm saying, you got. But when I seen him say this shit live. I watched the debate when it came out. I seen what he said.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and cool. He said, I seen it live. I see when he say some of these comments live, and I look at him like, yo, bro, for real, you just can't. You're the president, bro. You can't give these people fuel. You got to damn them, even if you don't mean it. You have to damn them. You got to keep them in a little cubby hole. Hopefully, they get extinguished.
But that's the thing, though. And like I said, after we go through a couple comments, I think we should let Mike get into his shit. But what I'm saying is like you can say that the media did that. I think the media is the fucking devil too.
Yeah,
that shit is used to control all of us. And I don't even fucking watch the news. And no matter how many people tell me I should stay informed on what they want me to be informed on, but nevertheless, what Kev is saying is, and we're not going to I'm not bashing your views.
We're not bashing your views at all,
but the
Maryland.
point is, it's like, come out. If Kev over here, he told me like, yeah, well, Dre said, fuck all the dogs in America, man. He don't like dogs, fuck dogs. If I don't feel that way, I'm going to go out of my way to say, whoa. I never said that. That's not what I mean. This is clearly what I mean. I do not stand for this, that, or this. But because those people count for a big portion of who votes for this man, he basically stepped back and said, I ain't going to say shit. I'm going to be as vague as I possibly can so I don't offend that side. Let's be very clear. So when people say that, yo, Trump is mad racist, Trump is this, Trump is that, look, I don't know what the fuck
not
to do this.
racist.
I don't know this. Hold on. I don't know this nigga. I don't know Trump. I do not know him. But what I do know is he knows who supports him, and he is not going to say the things that I agree with in order to keep that vote. So that's exactly what we think Trump does. I don't think that the media made him out to be a devil or nothing like that. I mean, I do think they did, they had a big hand in swaying certain things. But I believe that this man has a certain agenda or certain people that he sides with that he doesn't want to offend, which in that case, fuck you too. Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead, Mike.
All right.
You want you out on the comments, bro?
Yeah, I'm
That way Kev can put his joint on full screen.
See, we are speaking about different topics at hand because I'm tired of complaining about these people, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, me too.
I'm really sick of complaining about who's at power when I know I'm at power. You know what I'm saying? I know I am my ruler and nobody rules me. You know what I mean? I'm sick and tired of talking about who are we going to put in power next and to help me out. That's what I'm saying, man. You know what I mean? So when we speak about solution is the solution is, yes, all lives do matter for this reason. Because we're saying, yo, our lives matter too, but we're talking to people who can't press the button for us. You know what I mean? We're not going to get to the top of the ladder by having these discussions about the police and having these discussions about who should be at power. We're going to make change by loving thyself and thy neighbor. And then we all, like my one thing that I said on Facebook is I wish no one would have voted at all. You know what I mean? Not one person. And then that's when we gain power as people. That's my whole thing. Because, and that's why when I say all lives matter, that's what I'm saying. Like, if we can all realize that we are the power, we are the ruler of our own life and our own world, then it's so far. We're so far from that way of thinking because of generations of programming that when I say this, people say, "Oh yeah, but we need a government."
Do we?
Why?
Exactly.
Why?
But that's what people tell me.
But the thing,
I don't
but-
understand.
But the same
I think
people,
nobody have a plan.
But you say we don't need government. So when we say defund the police, why do people get so mad? When we say we don't need police.
Why do people get mad about
No.
I'm
about
just
taking
saying.
the police
We don't
away?
need
Yeah, I'm saying what
About taking the police
it's
away?
The same
No,
thing.
no, that's
I'm just
not
saying we don't.
what we're
We
saying.
saying, but I'm just saying them same people say, hey, the government's in power. We don't need them.
People are confused.
So why get mad and saying, hey, let's take away the police? We didn't have police at one point in time. We think about it.
Nah, I don't think that's what people are saying though.
But I'm
nah,
saying
I
we're
get
not
what
saying
you're
that. But I'm saying people think that same. But people get so up mad. We say, hey,
I
get rid of the
understand, 'cause
police.
you're saying the police is the bridge
The police-
to the system.
The police
that what
are
you're saying?
police
No,
are
he's saying people are hypocrites. Is what he's
people are
saying.
hypocrites.
That
One,
too.
yeah, people are hypocrites because what you saying
That
is
too.
what you say make a perfect sense. But you can't say, hey, get rid of the government, but let's keep the same law enforcement.
I don't think he's saying that either.
I never said that.
I know you
know what I
didn't.
mean?
Yeah, but most
people will say to me when I say that, they say, "Oh yeah, but we need police to keep us safe." You know what I'm saying? When in reality, I mean, it's sad to say, but we are so far. Like I like to say, science is the worst thing that ever happened to man. You know what I mean? Because we went and developed science so much, we forgot about nature. And we don't even know how to be in tune with the earth anymore. You know what I mean? So when it comes down, like I just, people say, damn, I lost my train of thought. But anyway, I'm going to say this. Huh?
Blame Kev.
No, I'm just saying.
I didn't catch that.
I'm just saying.
Everything is on me, man.
Yeah, no.
Well,
Bro, I'm just saying.
go
Go
through some of
ahead.
them comments.
I'm going through some.
I think that'll actually because it's some especially Melinda's comment.
Okay, which one? This one right here.
Yeah, just go up.
Keep going. But I'm saying what I'm saying about cops is like cops wasn't around. I mean, police is nothing more than
A government tool.
no, not a government tool. Police officers started off as. Remember when they used to bring slaves back?
That's what they are.
That's what they started off
They're
as.
government
And they became
tool.
police.
Government tool.
That's all they are.
But that's what they.
You're a
they-
government
And
tool.
when
They're
we stand up,
enforced- They're not here to protect people in general. They're here to protect the laws that's created
protect and serve the
by
law.
those who want to enforce
Exactly.
their rules on top of us. You know what I'm saying?
They're
When
here
you
to
call the
protect and
police,
serve
the
law.
police come there to make sure that nobody is breaking the law.
Mm.
It's against the law to harm somebody.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? But do you read some of the laws that were in effect back in the day that's still in effect now? You know what I'm
Them
saying?
laws
Like,
is-
who is putting in the time to be like, yo, that doesn't make any sense. Let's remove that. You know what I'm saying? Some shit is just retarded at this point. You know what I mean? For lack of a better word. But some things are just stupid. So we pay all these taxes for what? They supposed to be doing all this work, but nobody paying attention to the stuff that don't make sense. Why? You know what I mean? It's just little shit that just doesn't make sense. That's why I've never been for policing in a sense. You know what I mean? A community should be able to police themselves within the community. You know what I mean? That's why they have precincts.
Right.
You know what I mean? They're supposed to police their community. But it's not like that no more. You know what I mean? Now you can see one town going to another town and do something.
Right.
You know what I mean? It wasn't always like that.
But I remember policing. They said policing at one time was just your neighborhood, somebody that grew up in the neighborhood.
And they walked.
They walked the beat. They knew the people. They got along with the people. They knew who what.
Like a school cop.
It's cool.
In a way.
Exactly. You know what? Government is fucked up. It's not. I mean, I understand what you're saying about us being in power and these people taking the power away from them, but
I got a response to that too.
it's going to be kind of hard to do because they ain't found it. They stole it and they put their fucking clamps in deep.
Yeah.
And they like I said, they made at first it was when we was black and we were slaves, it was a social standing. At one point in time, only people who were allowed to vote was rich and wealthy people. That was it. They was the only people allowed to vote. If you didn't own land or you didn't own something, a business, you weren't allowed to vote. That means you kept your poor people in check. You let them know that you're not on equal footing with me because I have influence and power. Okay. Soon people start getting tired of that, and it's like, oh, we got to relinquish some of this. Now it's you own business, and you're white, male, you can vote. We suppressed our women. You suppressed our women. Blacks are still kind of slaves, and at this point, black people get free, and now it's black. We all came together as black people, and to get women's rights to vote. We all came now. Okay, what's in place now? We'll give you a criminal record. You can't vote unless you get it expunged or something. So what we do to y'all, we need y'all to be criminals. Let's the crack, and when they pushed crack in the neighborhood, 1980, that was Reagan. You know, he made a deal with the Contras to push this cocaine, which affected everybody. Then they made this stuff called crack, and they start giving it. They was giving it to a guy named Freeway Ricky Ross. He had connects with the government to get cocaine and to push it into his neighborhoods. And look how they treated crack. You was a crackhead, it's not treated like heroin is today, you know, or that drug or what's the opioids. It wasn't a sickness. No, you're a bad person. Lock you up for these crazy amount of years that you can't get out. Give you these crazy sentences. Now you can't vote. I just took the power away from these black people. I just gave them. I took it away from you again. You can't vote again. You can't do nothing in your community. You can't own property. You can't. You get a record. You can't even get an apartment. You know what I'm saying? That's what they do to our neighborhoods. Huh?
Look at the screen.
Well,
okay. Can we please stick to all lives? Oh.
Yeah, we're kind of bouncing.
All right.
Kev, I know this is some of your first times first time you've been here, but Kev, he likes to jump around.
Let me reel it in real quick. All right. So
and we're gonna go back.
It all matters though, honestly.
Yeah, it does all matter. I agree,
So,
but
when we audience and the people, and thank you for commenting.
We appreciate it.
I think it's Belinda, Marilyn.
Thank you, Marilyn.
Marilyn, you got some
Belinda,
stuff I
my
wanted
love.
to get to. So we're just, and I'm not gonna speak for Mike, but we're just three guys.
having a conversation.
I do not watch the news. I don't go to, like, Doug, when we came up with this whole idea, when Mike came up with this whole idea, we didn't intend to have a debate because I can't say that I study all politics. I can't say that I don't study politics. And half of the reason is because of what Mike is pretty much saying. It's like, I think it's a tool designed to control us. Look how the comments are coming in and how many people are getting so riled up off of how they think Trump did this and Biden does that and this and that. But I don't know none of these guys.
Which is my
and
exact point.
You don't know them.
No.
You don't know these dudes personally. And I'm not saying that they're great guys. I don't believe that they're great guys. I don't believe that they're... What I'm saying is, when it comes to the all lives matter, Black Lives Matter thing, a lot of stuff that we're saying encompasses that. You understand what I'm saying? So yeah, we're getting into all of the past reasons why we think that our lives don't matter. But I just want to let Mike go ahead and continue to pretty much go why the opposite. So I see y'all guys are getting passionate, and I appreciate your passion. You know what I'm saying? We can't answer all of them. We can't answer every comment. I want to encourage you guys to keep commenting, because when things start to slow down a little bit, we're going to really go into the comments. But so Mike, let me ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
How do we fix this? Because you said something very interesting. You said something about all of us not voting. And I think of when people say, I ain't going to vote, to me it comes off like I like to be able to complain. Meaning I voted just so I could say, man, fuck that motherfucker. I voted for him, or fuck that other motherfucker. But if somebody would have came to me and said, yo, I'm not voting, and we all shouldn't vote so this could happen, what do you think our plan should really be? Now, I don't want to put you on the spot, but what do you think our plan should be?
A fair question. First, how do you take that, first of all? Because when you said you like to have your choice, but if somebody came to you with what I'm saying, how would you respond to this? I guess you respond with that question?
No, I would. Well, yeah, I would.
Right.
I would.
All right.
But if somebody came up with a good plan for me, like if they say, yo, don't vote so we could take the power back, like this, that, and the third, I'm like,
That's still
I'm
a
with
choice.
It.
Right.
What I'm saying is, I don't believe them niggas anyway.
Right.
And I'm gonna let you get to your point. I just had a good point to get to. So since we were kids, we all been taught that politicians lie. Is that safe to say?
Yeah.
We've all been taught politicians lie. Hey, you lie like a politician.
For sure.
Why in the fuck would I believe these motherfuckers when they're going on their campaign?
Right.
My man gonna cure hunger, right? You gonna fund all the black schools? None of these niggas never did none of that shit. I don't believe it. I strictly vote so I can have the right to complain. And I voted for Obama because he black. But go ahead.
Right. All right.
And
So go ahead.
Nah, because me and you talk off the record all the time. But Dre specifically just said he votes so he can have the right to complain. You know what I mean? And people ask me, they be like, well, why don't you vote? And I be like, in my personal opinion, it doesn't matter to me who's there because they're not going to affect me in a positive way at this very moment, in my eyes. And they'll say something specifically like that, like, oh, well, when they get in the office, you can't say nothing when they do this. I'll be like, bro, I don't say nothing as it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever is going to happen, it's going to happen because of the agenda, because of all the people that's purchasing that agenda. You know what I mean? Where are they getting all this money from to fund
Not us.
all of this stuff? Not us, not the working class.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? I bust my ass at work all the time. I see taxes taken out in gross amounts.
You feel me?
You know what I'm saying? And when it's time to get your tax return back, do you get the same back that you put in? You don't. You know what I'm saying?
No.
So I don't see no changes. You know what I mean? It's just always more and more and more take. You know what I'm saying?
More headache.
So when they be like, oh, you should vote for them because no, he's not. No, he's not gonna do it. The rich ain't gonna vote for the poor. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna look for who's gonna back them. That's why they putting the money out. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't have. And there's people they're saying, oh, try to get some facts. I don't need the facts to know what's real in my world. You know what I'm saying? Like I know for a fact that you're not. Your best interest isn't in for the person that's like me. You know what I'm saying? Not color-wise necessarily, and it could be that too. You know what I'm saying? Religious, whatever.
Right.
You know what I mean? You're going to look for the pockets. You know what I'm saying? Even in the hood, what do we say? Bro, you can't hang around no broke niggas. You know what I'm saying? Broke niggas make broke niggas. You feel me?
Absolutely.
How do you think politicians and rich people think? You know what I
Same
mean?
way.
They not gonna look.
That's where the hood gets it from.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? They try to say, oh, like people be like, oh, Jewish people are cheap, and I don't necessarily believe that as a religious or
my man Hiram.
Yeah, but I mean, cause I'm cheap. You know what I mean? You know, but they know how to invest in themselves. It's different. You know what I mean? And we don't necessarily invest in ourselves as a people, as a whole. Not necessarily black people, just and us as a people. We don't invest in ourselves. We look for somebody else to do the higher bidding for something that we should be doing as a whole. You know what I mean? Why am I going to vote and put all my hopes and promises in a person that actually can't make anything happen? They look for everybody else to make it happen, and then they be like, yay or nay. You know what I'm saying? I could care less about the yay or nay guy. He the middleman.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
He the middleman. I don't want the middleman.
That's my whole thing.
Exactly. Go ahead. Talk your talk.
Right.
I'm sorry.
No, you made my point even more because, like you said, the middle. We're arguing to we're arguing amongst ourselves and the middleman, but we're not getting to the man. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
We're not getting to the man.
100%.
So there's not even a bridge because they don't even have a voice. You know what I mean? Or we're talking to the middleman. You know what I mean? We don't even get to the point where they're hearing us. You know what I'm saying? But
because the thing is, I want you to expound on that. So if you could say how many levels up we need to go, well, how many people would you say? You know what I'm saying? Like how many levels?
Right here. No level. You know what
Thank
I'm
you.
saying? Right here.
Exactly.
Word.
There ain't no level that's better than what you feel as though you could bring to the table yourself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If there's a million of you that feel the same way, why do you need one person to delegate
You
that?
feel me? Right. Now I like to condense it and say 5 people, 100 people, right? And we got 5% of those people. That's 5 people controlling white, black, yellow, red, brown.
Right.
And that's 5 people controlling 95 people. And we've all seen it happen in way bigger numbers than that with Hitler, Jim Jones, the president of the United States, the county. You know what I mean? We all see it happen every day where a small group of people, and can control a large amount of people, and that's why they do all these studies. When they do the Milgram study, anyone know of the Milgram study?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Let our audience
So
know.
the Milgram study was when we had there was a guy in a white coat. He was a doctor. He was looked at as an authority, and he had people saying, "Okay, now press this button for as many times as I tell you to." So, and it's telling him it's safe, everything's okay, everything's all right, cool. Just press the button, just do what I tell you. They press the button little by little. It's like, okay, yeah, this is actually cool. All right, nothing's wrong. But then they hear screams, when they press the button. So sounds like someone's being electrocuted, right? And then they start getting uncomfortable, right? And he's like, whoa, you sure I should still press the button? The doctor says, yes, continue, press the button. You sure? Yeah, it's okay. Press the button. Even louder, because they're going up in the praying
Control room or
in
something?
the electricity.
Okay.
The amps are going up. Okay, so a lot of these people went far and far beyond where they should have went, where it got inhumane, right? Which is what I'm saying. We need humanity in the world, not this inhumane stuff. And they do this because they want to see how far people will go when they have authoritative people, an authoritative looking person telling them what to do. And this is what we're following every single day. When I like to say we're wearing masks for what? Yeah, I mean, these masks are not helping anybody. They're making people go crazy. Yeah, I mean, you're breathing in your own CO2. You're taking away a large percentage of oxygen. We're not breathing the air in the trees. Come on, that's common sense. Why are we wearing a mask? And that's why I say we all need to come together as people, because that's not even a Black Lives Matter. That's just people being people. You know what I'm saying?
The mask thing.
That's just people being people. Like if it's okay for you to put to cover your mouth and your nose and
When
to
you're
not
sneezing.
breathe,
The only thing they tell you to do when you sneeze or cough is to cover your mouth. Boop.
Yeah.
Go wash your hands and move on.
And move on, man.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? And everybody knows your own body, your body will fight disease. You know what I'm saying? Okay, look how large the earth is, man, and we wearing masks outside. Like, yo, what?
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
You know what I'm saying?
But
come on, man.
I mean,
it's so much.
But
and we're getting that from these people.
Yeah, we get it from them people. Listen,
You know what I mean?
I can't.
And we're fighting each other over. You should wear your mask. You should wear your mask. And we're fighting, families separating over this stuff, and they know 100 years from now, they knew this time was coming. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they've been knew that. And the reason, listen, I wear my mask and I do my part because, like I said, I only seen somebody die from the disease.
Mm-hmm.
I had a family member who almost died from the disease. I just had another family member that just got out of the hospital, who recovered from it, and I know friends who family members who died from it. I just do it as I can't tell nobody not to wear. I'm not going to argue with not to wear the mask. If I see you not wearing your mask, I just keep my distance from you.
I just know who put it out.
Yeah, I know.
I'm sure.
Yeah,
I'm sure. I know who put it out, and I know when they had the presidential debates.
What you mean?
I'll
explain. You know who put it out.
I'll explain. When they had the presidential debates, I know they had these questions prepared before we all knew about a COVID-19. You know what I'm saying? That's what they had the questions already. So yes, it's biological warfare going on the humanity of people. You know what I'm saying? And we're all fighting each other, saying Black Lives Matter and put your mask on and over people who are literally just trying to push an agenda behind fear. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so we're fighting each other over somebody who's whooping our behinds every single day and don't give a damn about none of us. They don't care about your neighbor if he's white or black. They don't care about your neighbor if he's white or black, or your neighbor, my neighbor, if they white or black. Yeah, they coming after all of us. You know what I'm saying?
That was always my thought about it. It ain't racism in the world. Like I said, it's green. But and that's the thing. They respect green. They respect money and stuff like that. But and they like that they can push their agendas. They like you said, they push their agendas. And how they push their agendas is through race, us battling each other's race. These race wars.
So let me ask you a question, and all of you a question. And I don't want to offend anybody that's watching, and this all ties into the Black Lives Matter, but our topic. Do you think this virus actually exists?
Yes,
it exists because I got seen it firsthand. Almost kill somebody I love.
So
I know it exists.
Do you think that
meaning it spread naturally?
Yeah,
no.
But do you think that it's something that's stronger than just like a flu, like a bad flu?
Yeah, listen. Every presidential, think about it. We had when Obama was getting elected, we had Ebola. Before that was swine flu.
Okay, my fault.
It was Ebola. It was
Okay,
Ebola,
good.
and then it was, and I think before that was it was swine flu.
Yeah.
Before that was what, West Nile? Something like
Yeah,
that.
it's always.
So, but this is the first time that we had to shut down
because
America for damn near a whole
in our
year.
lifetime.
Our lifetime.
I think it
Right.
somewhat got out of their hands, and they're like, oh,
and then we went on a toilet paper.
It didn't get out of their
fucking
hands.
rage where everybody had to buy toilet paper
Experiment.
because apparently there wasn't enough paper in the world.
They knew they had
to
something
wipe
then.
the
Experiment,
billions
huh?
of
They
asses.
knew they had something then.
Now Adam
They said,
said
we got these niggas to
Adam,
buy
our
toilet
face-
paper.
He said, we got these motherfuckers to buy toilet paper.
Yep.
Imagine
What
what's
we can
going to
do.
be like when we need them to buy the last can.
You feel
Shut
me?
it down.
You know what I mean? The last can good. You're
it
going to
down.
be bringing your family
Experiment.
here. You're going to be bringing your family to me for a can of baked beans.
Now niggas scan this.
And you was
Toilet
and
paper,
what's
man.
going to be crazy is they're going to be like, and you were Muslim, and it's pork and beans, and it's the last can. What you going to do? What you going to do? Yo,
Hey.
it sounds crazy, and I'm not offending somebody, but think about
No,
that.
my
That's
Muslim
probably
brothers
how
gonna
they
figure it
really
out.
think. You
They
know
gonna
what I'm
figure it
saying?
out.
Like, we will make you go against your religion for what we will have to offer when it's the last. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm not listening to the same people who gave me the disease to give me the cure, just like the Indians did when they said, yo, take these blankets and protect yourself. And then they all ended up with smallpox, and then their land got taken. You know what I'm saying? These are the same people that we're all fighting over. You know what I'm saying?
they're
That's
not,
my whole point. And
just-
white people fighting over black,
We're all
yellow,
fighting.
red, brown. Everybody fighting over that.
Yeah.
Everybody police. We don't even have. That's why they talking about defund the police, because everybody's policeman now. All of a sudden, everybody got a badge. Where's your mask? Where's your mask? It's a fight every damn where. They called the cops on me the other day, 4 days ago, when I was in Target. Me and my lady, we were in Target, just shopping. I don't wear a mask. She does not wear a mask, and we were.
Oh, you
getting
straight
some
don't wear.
things.
You straight don't wear mask at all.
No, sir.
Oh, okay.
Yep. I go in, and we were in there shopping, and they came up and said, "Hey, here, I have a mask for you. It's a state law, right?" So I said, first of all, can we get our 6 feet? You know what I mean? Because everybody forget about the 6 feet.
You're right. Okay.
Everybody want to come up in your face and police you, but nobody respects your space, and that was before a mask even exists to respect space. You know what I mean?
I got this
But-
comment, but I'm gonna save this because I'm
Yo,
gonna read because
so-
he had a comment earlier that
so-
was funny here.
So he gave us our 6 feet. He called, he tried to make his point. He
Right.
called the cop. He said, "All right, I can call law enforcement."
Okay.
Okay. We said, "Hey, do what you got to do." We walked. We got our stuff, and we went to self checkout. As he's on the phone behind us, he's antagonist pretty much, saying, "Yes, it's two people. They're here. They're refusing to wear a mask." On the phone with the police, right? He goes to the front. He's stalking us, and we buy our stuff, and we calmly walk out. You know what I mean? Before the policemen ever came, I don't think they were ever going to come because it was ridiculous. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
But my point is, everybody's policing now. That's why they're talking about defund.
Hey, listen,
they put
crazy.
it. They put it in as a law. I know, but I'm saying it is.
These people did.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying?
There's the same people. Those are the same.
I'm not listening
Those
to
are the
that.
same people.
I can't.
Those are the same people that put in these crack laws that ravaged our neighborhood.
So
But we were just selling. But I've seen people sell crack because they couldn't get a job, and it was just a way to make money.
Mm-hmm.
I had cousins that sold drugs. Wasn't to have a Benz or nothing. It's because their parents were both crackheads, and their sister had to eat, and there was no food in the house. And he's 14 or he's 13. He can't get a job. So what do you go do? this is available to him to sell, to make money, to feed his sister so they can have clothes to go to school. He risked his freedom for them to eat. But then you have people like, hey, like my man John, he don't wear a mask.
Right.
And I'm not going to attack John. But earlier we were talking about crime, and he says you don't do the crime, you do the time. But you don't wear the mask. If you do
the time. Okay.
He had that when I was talking about the crack area. But he doesn't wear a mask.
Okay.
But he doesn't. But I'm saying but he doesn't wear a mask. Listen, you do stuff that you think is safe for you, or you do stuff that protects you.
Right.
A lot of people in these drug eras back then, and this is tying into Black Lives Matter. I didn't sell drugs. I didn't have to. My mom wasn't a crackhead. My dad was a crackhead. But I have family members that were literally 13 selling drugs because both of their parents was on crack.
Belinda said it's not a law.
I'm saying they got high.
It's a mandate.
It's a mandate, but they got high.
It's not a law.
And they didn't, and they had to put food. Their brothers and sisters were starving, and you had to be the man in the house. And they did it. They didn't do it because this is the only way to get money in their crib. So I'm just, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't knock you for not wearing your mask, but don't knock people because they did stuff. Because they different, you don't understand why they did it.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? I understand why they did it. I know. I seen it.
For sure. That's part of it's part of the program.
Yeah.
Can we read this comment by Tony Shepard?
Okay. Tony from Facebook user. Here's a social experiment. There was a room full of monkeys. In that room, there was a banana hanging from the ceiling, connected to a rope that reaches the ground. A monkey went to climb the rope. The banana and all the monkeys were drenched in water. Another monkey went for it. Same result. Now the monkey said, forget the banana at this point. A new monkey was introduced into the room and immediately went for the banana. The monkeys that had been in the room attacked the new monkey. The new monkey.
Oh, I thought that was about to say something else.
Attack the nigga.
That's exactly what I thought
say
you said. I was going to say, was this supposed to be a... Where we go with
they
this,
attacked
Tony?
the new monkey, yeah. Yeah, man,
We
listen.
can't even get to
I
the
don't
bottom
know
of
if...
Now, I know what he's saying.
I know that
though.
experiment. I
know
heard
what
that
he's talking
experiment
about.
before.
And the reason why he would bring that up right now is because this is the same thing. We're all policing each other. So when the monkeys finally got the point that they're not going to get the bananas,
Sorry, at John, just real quick, these kids were 13 years old. At 13 years old, I don't know what job you can get at 13 or 12 to sell drugs, other than what was available to you to take care of 4 kids in the household. I'm just telling you what I saw.
You had to grow up in it, man.
You had to grow. It's different.
It's a whole different thing,
different.
bro.
I don't know what.
Yeah.
And it wasn't right for the parents to use drugs, and it wasn't right for the kids to sell drugs. But I don't know what job you had at 13 that you can keep the lights on in the house, provide clothing for kids, and feed them.
Right, and I'll respond to that too. This is another example of the video, and John, check this video out. The Joyner Lucas, I'm not racist, because these are two people who just don't understand each other.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, this is the white man. He doesn't understand the black man and what he goes through. The black man doesn't understand what his own self is going through, and he doesn't understand why the white man looks at him in a certain way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So these are two people who just don't understand each other, but at the end of the day, it's not the person, it's the system and programming, and people are set in their ways because of these kind of programmings that happen.
And I agree with you.
You know what I mean?
John, I'm not looking down on you being mad at you. I'm just saying, brother,
it's a whole different thing.
I'm just saying where I grew up, and like I said, I seen this firsthand. You're right. You cut grass, and I understand that, and you did it. And you made your money, and I don't knock your hustle for it. But like I said, I watched this firsthand. These is my family members that I seen, literally at 12 and 13, taking care of brothers and sisters that's younger than them. And that's all they had available to them. It was easy. It was accessible. Yeah, if I had grass to cut, he would have cut the grass of every neighborhood to make money. But this money was in abundance, and it was easy to get his hands on.
Yeah, and not even to cut you off, but it was a hood trend. You know what I mean? Because
not a trend. These
niggas.
He didn't do this for fun.
Try to explain what you mean by trend.
It was something that was popularized because when you're a child, you don't grow up to want to be a drug dealer. That's not something that
No,
you think
you
about.
just want that
you know
car.
what I'm saying?
Fuck no.
You do want the car, but you also think about what's happening behind you. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like,
yeah.
I don't advocate for the negativity
too.
that people do. You know what I'm saying? But I know a lot of people who
Nah,
hustle.
see,
I know a lot of people who do this, who do that, and I know
But
what their
that's-
heart. I know where their heart lies
But I'm not
within
saying
their
it was
situations.
See-
You know what I'm saying? It could be where what is available, like you said, it could be what is available to them to push forward to make it where they didn't have
this
those
was
other
not a
doors
trend.
He used the
available.
wrong word.
No, he used.
He
A,
used the
this was
wrong
not a.
word.
This
real
was
quick.
not a trend.
Oh,
This
real
was-
quick.
Go ahead.
Can I respond to Kev real
Go ahead.
fast?
Go ahead.
My bad, man. I ain't mean to.
No, go ahead, bro.
Yeah, I mean,
Go ahead.
But I'll make it fast.
No.
All right, I got you.
Elaborate,
I got
man.
you. All right, look.
Elaborate.
We talking about it now.
So when I say they want that car is when they what they see is the guy in the neighborhood, the rich porters. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
They see the guy in the neighborhood with the nice car, he got the ladies, he looks good, he got the clothes. So yeah, that's what they see. They don't see the guy going to work looking good out in
And
the
that's where it
neighborhood.
became
You know what I mean?
trendy, you know what
That's
I'm
why,
saying?
yeah.
Exactly.
And that's where you can say it's a trend because it's like, well, damn, that's where I get the clothes from. You know what I mean? That's where I get the ladies. That's where I get all this.
The things that
so
we taught
it's
are
like,
important.
It's we what we see with our eyes. Like it's not cool to go to work and then to come home, tired to your and then arguing with your wife and you know what I mean about that. So
and perfect that you said that because and this is just
I'm gonna say
history,
my point.
our history. You know what I'm saying of us seeing situations.
Seeing
How
it.
many times have you and I know you? We've known each other our whole lives. How many times have you known somebody who hustled and they be like, "Yo, why you going to work when you could just be out
Yep.
here doing this?"
Yep.
'Cause
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm not saying what you deferred
and
to.
I went to
I'm just
work.
saying. How many times has that been approached to you? You know what I'm
But-
saying?
and the older guys are influencing the younger guys.
But y'all,
and
which,
it's go ahead.
I
but
think,
no, but what I'm saying is, but
I
let me
think
say,
influence is a better word. Than
but let
trend,
me
go ahead.
get back to trends.
Yeah, I
what,
agree, I
what
agree.
y'all
Okay.
saying? What y'all saying is trends. This wasn't no trend for this kid.
Okay.
Let me make that clear. This was
wasn't
nothing.
speaking for him
But I'm just saying.
specifically,
But I'm
you know
just
what
let
I'm
me
saying?
bring this point to the head. It wasn't no trend for this kid. It wasn't for this kid, my family member, to have nice sneakers. It wasn't no trend for this kid to have chains. He didn't wear this stuff.
I know what you mean.
He still looked bummy.
Mm-hmm.
It was no trend for
Yeah,
him.
no other way.
It was a means of getting food in the house. It was a means of having his brothers and sisters to have clothes to go to school with. It was a means to keep the lights on in his house.
Mm-hmm.
It was no trends.
Mm-hmm.
He had no choice. Both his parents is they're addicts.
Mm-hmm.
He has to get money in his house some way. And he probably, at 12 and 13, nobody's really going to give you a real job that you can hold a household down with 3 other kids, including yourself.
What neighborhood?
Right where we're at right now.
Mm.
You think about it. Look out there. This used to be an all-black neighborhood. You think it's in the woods somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
When crack hit this neighborhood, it hit it hard. You know what I'm saying? It hit it bad.
Mm-hmm.
It hit it bad. Right where we're standing at right now. I seen people get killed. I rode past drug dealers every day. I never sold drugs. I don't use drugs because I seen what it did to my cousins. I seen what it did to my family. That's why I don't smoke weed. That's why I don't get high. I don't do none of that stuff because I have no love for drugs. But I seen this is my cousins in my family. But I seen they just trying to eat. They just trying to get a meal for the next day. They just hustle. And when they got to a point, as they got older, they probably never broke out of it because that's all they knew. That's how they knew how to get money. Most of these guys right now, they don't sell drugs anymore. They got jobs and stuff like that.
So I want to go ahead and read this comment because I think we keep cutting Mike off. I want to kind of go into that a little bit. So Marilyn says we grow up with whatever culture, values, and traditions our parents or grown ups instilled. It's got to start at home, despite seeing bad decisions. I have witnessed people with good parents like myself. I was raised by my mom, and my grandpop and all, my aunts and everything. So yeah, there was definitely some positivity there, and we all were taught the same things. But then I got cousins that pretty much went to drugs. It's fast money. The fast money motivates you. You can go to a job. We all know guys who had jobs for 30 years and still live in the same house, drive the same car, with the same, you know what I mean? Like to the trappings of what we think success looked like at that age.
Right.
They don't fit that. But
Right.
the guy on the corner has, and once again, this is what Mike was talking about with the systematic, like the shit that was kind of forced to us. That's why you can't understand it. And I'm not asking you to understand it, but you can't. You didn't grow up in it. You didn't know how important it was to have Jordans. You didn't know how important it was. So you wouldn't be teased. You know what I'm saying? No matter if you think right now as an adult that, well, it doesn't matter if you're teased. Well, as a kid, it means everything. You know what I'm saying? I was one of them guys. I didn't have it. I ain't gonna go into the back in the day, but my point is, as a kid growing up in that, and that's all you see, it's hard to say, don't want to be like that drug dealer that got the car you want, or got the girls you like, or got the clothes that you like, or whatever. It's hard to say that. As a grown up, you can see that, but as a kid growing up in that, you can't. But I want you to just kind of go in on what you were saying.
A good example of that, I believe, is Bronx Tale. Nice. He had the dad who was a hard worker. He came home. Yeah, I mean, he was upset. Yeah, he was a bus driver. He came home mad with his wife. Yeah, I mean, he lived a rough life, but he was also really a good dude. He was a good guy, and he tried to tell his son the way, the American way, quote unquote, to grow up and be an honorable working man. But in the outside, he had what his name? Any of you know his name?
Colosio, you talking about?
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, Colosio. The fly. He was fly. He had all the suits. So he was the one who sold drugs, or he had people sold drugs for him, and the kid saw him in the neighborhood and said, "Man, I hear what my dad's saying, but he got it going on." Yep. You know what I'm saying? So he was influenced by the glitz and the glamour. You know what I mean? So
Right.
so now,
exactly.
the kid has a choice from there to say, when he grows up, to say, all right, when he has the opportunity, what am I going to do? Am I going to work hard for 8 hours and bring back a tenth of what I would make for 2 hours out in the street? You know what I mean? So that's a tough decision for some people to make. You know what I mean? And that's
especially if they're already in the struggle.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying?
Already in the struggle.
It's not like it's about what you can dig yourself out of as fast as possible. You know what I'm saying? Willing to risk it all, like to make. It's funny that gambling is legal. You know what I mean? And certain things are illegal. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, you can be satisfied with letting me throw my life away and give you all that I got, knowing as a person that this could be, you know what I mean, the end of all be all for me. But you won't let me, do certain things to get that money back.
They don't even allow you to. They don't in AC. You can't even open the window because you might jump out of it. You know what I mean?
Yes. Some Jones got bars.
Right.
Yes, I know that.
That's how.
It's definitely like that in
That's how serious it is.
It's definitely like that in whatchamacallit in Las Vegas.
Yep. That's how serious
It's definitely
it is,
like
man.
that. You can't open no windows.
So that's telling you, like, yo,
And
this
they
is
double
dangerous.
pay. If you going through that window, somebody throwing you through there with force,
Right.
a couple times.
Yeah, money.
Come on, man.
He says money is the root. Money is the root of all evil.
I can get into that, but I won't, because that's
So that's
I think that's a whole nother.
But
Yeah.
to kind of reel it in a little
partially
bit, it all kind of ties into I mean, I get what you're saying, with the all lives matter, and you're looking at it at a point from how we're being controlled by the system, the government, and it's controlling all of us as a people. But who do you think that it affects the most right now, specifically when you look around? Who is losing out on the situations the most? If it's affecting everybody as a whole, who is it that everyone looks at and be like, damn, we all getting affected, but why do you get affected more than anybody else?
Right. That I don't know why. I will say black people do get affected the most, especially to the eye. You know what I mean? Like when we do have the most stress. You know what I mean? So yes, black people get affected the most. Now, 1964 or in the 1960s, Lyndon B. Johnson, when he made the War on Poverty Act, which was geared towards the black people. War on Poverty, that was when the welfare became like, it was like a couple grants that people got, but now the welfare was wide open to where they had this and that and but they couldn't have the man in the house, right? And so now
the bullshit.
Yeah. So now, if you can't have the man in the house, but before that, it was like 7% children being born to single parent, right?
Yeah.
It's become to where it's now around 70% or something like that, right? And over year by year, as they went on, maybe more than that, but it's been increasing and increasing. And I said this to somebody before, and they were like, well, they couldn't tell that was going to happen. You know what I mean? But
they knew.
But
that's a plan. That's
not only did they know, like, yeah, they knew, because yes, they make hundreds of year plans ahead of time, for one. Right. Second, he was a Democrat too, by the way, Lyndon B. Johnson.
Yeah, that's what I said. Democrats, Democrats, the original people against blacks were Democrats.
Right.
Republicans was for us.
Right. I just wanted to throw that in there.
I don't disagree with none of that.
You know, people fighting over that, man.
Parties, man.
I don't fight over parties.
Yeah, right. But my point is, man, like, yes, yeah, like,
yeah,
if they made the move and didn't know that what was going to happen, why didn't they reel it back?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Why not reel it back then? Because they know the stats before we know it.
Yeah, and that's a perfect bullet point to put out there. But that goes with anything, any type of situation.
Anything.
As soon as you see something that's
an
happening
issue.
and it's affecting a group in a whole negatively, why wouldn't you reel it back? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That shit is crazy.
You feel me?
I mean,
and we let it, and
we'll talk to you after the show, Justin.
Justin always talk about some logos.
I hope that's not why I wanted to call
we got a couple of them.
Justin the man.
We'll talk to you after the show.
Sure.
This is a comment for John. Do you guys know that there was an abortion? There was abortion that the black population would double what it is. Listen,
I think that was and I forget what happened.
I think there's a
double
plan. I think that's a double loss.
That's a plan.
No, that was the plan.
That's the plan. The plan for abortions and cops. We get killed on every front. We get killed by the abortions. We get killed by cops. We get killed by our own people. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why we're targeted so hard. We know that we get killed on all fronts, even by our own. We're not blind, deaf, or dumb to it. You know, how many of y'all in this room has been to? How many of y'all remember Stop the Violence the stuff we used to have in black neighborhoods, so we wouldn't kill each other? Anybody in here remember doing Stop the Violence?
Yeah, of course.
Stuff?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But they never played that to mainstream media, that we're in our hoods trying to stop violence against us with other gangs. How many of y'all remember the summits that they had where they used to, when I think it was Jim Brown went to go sit down with the Bloods and the Crips to have them to stop them? I remember that. You know, I know a lot of people think that as black people, all we do is this Black Lives Matter thing. That's how it's hot. That's all we're just attacking the police. No, we've been attacking problems we have with each other for the longest. Black Lives Matter wasn't just made out of nowhere. It didn't just come out of thin air. You know, if America went right about us, we wouldn't have. Guess what? Black Lives Matter would never be in existence because we would never have to call for it. At one point in time, we were busy trying to stop the violence in our neighborhood. At one time, we were trying to stop the drugs from coming in our neighborhood. At one time, we were trying to fight the gangs that was taking over our neighborhoods. Mm-hmm. We do this. You know, we've been doing this. We've been fighting, you know. Mm-hmm. But the like you said, the system puts stuff in place to put us down. Redlining. I'm sorry. Redlining. Think about redlining. How they did it. They put us in a worse. They how redlining started was they was giving loans to people. I think people couldn't buy homes, and they was giving out these cheap loans for people to get housing.
Mm-hmm.
We, as black people, we weren't privy to that. We weren't allowed to have that. They gave it out to every white man in America and said, "Hey, yeah,
and
you
kept it going."
And they kept it going.
Yeah.
Our interest rate to get a loan for a house is way higher than the average white man. At the time they were giving these loans, and our loans is high. Our pay sometimes are lesser than the average white man.
Is that because of credit?
No, it's not because of credit.
It's all agenda.
But it's a fact. It doesn't have to. Listen,
no, I'm
I
talking,
can have
I'm talking about now. As far
Like the
as
credit bureau. is
yeah,
what I'm saying.
I can have an 800 credit score, and my fellow white brother can have an 800 credit score. His interest rate is going to be lower than mine just because of the simple fact that I'm black. That's been proven.
Damn, Justin letting us have it.
You know what I'm saying? Listen, bro, we know.
Wait, hold on, Justin. The slogan itself, like the statement, or the organization? Because
13% of just John. He says it's a touch.
It is a
John
slogan?
says 13% of the population is Afro American. 50% of his violent crimes are committed by African American males. 6.5% of violent crimes. Listen, bro. I mean, listen.
Yeah,
Our crime.
hold on, bro. Before I don't want to interrupt you.
I'm about to go in on this, but go ahead.
70% of us is water. I don't give a fuck about none of that. And I'm not trying to disrespect you, but you can number me to death. You can number me to death. You know what I mean? I think in that case, I'll refer to what Mike is saying is that we all human. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're all human. Anybody can pull numbers from somewhere when they have a point to prove.
Okay, and I'm gonna respond to John as this. John, okay. John, if you couldn't get a job anywhere, and not to say because you had to, but if you couldn't get a job, but you tried to get a job, and they would deny you just because of the color of your skin, and you tried repeatedly, and you tried to go the legal way as much as possible, but at one time we weren't allowed to work. I know a lot of y'all remember that. We had sharecrops and all that. If you couldn't work, what means would you go to what acts would you commit to bring food into your house? Would you rob somebody because you starving? Would you hurt enough? Would you take from somebody else because you don't have, but because you need to support your family? If you had no other means of making money to take care of your family, what would you do? That's certain situations that they got in these neighborhoods.
Or examples.
Example, these are certain things they got in our neighborhood. We don't listen, bro. I'm black. I ain't violent. Black on black crime is a joke. That's a joke made up by media. Okay, my brother was killed. My youngest brother was killed because he got into a fight with a guy in the neighborhood, and a guy later on seen my brother and shot him. He killed him. I would never consider that black on black crime. I would consider that somebody was a coward and went and retaliated and killed him because he was black. That's black on black crime is a joke because there's no such thing as white on white crime. But y'all got a whole show called ID Channel that you can watch, and then you see white people killing white people all the time.
Yeah.
What do they call it? Call it crimes of passion.
Just crime.
Crime.
Just crime.
It's just crime. It's black on black crime is something that the media that you say that is fake is pumping to y'all.
But you know why white people get upset? They get upset because, oh, my fault. White people get upset because black people are doing crimes. They get upset because black people are selling drugs when they can go to work. They get upset because black people don't take care of their family. You know what I mean? Because they're out running the streets. Yeah, all these kind of things. Chasing white women. You know what I mean? All these kind of things. So that's why white people get upset. Black people get upset because white men have the jobs. We get upset because white men don't go through the struggle that we go through. Yeah. So basically, what I'm saying is, both sides don't understand each other. So the system is built for both of them to be confused. Yeah, I mean, it's built for everybody to be confused.
But
Yeah, I mean, and we're pointing the finger at each other.
But look what you just said. What they
Go ahead.
think. What they think though.
What's that?
What they think. We don't take care of my family. Where's the first thing you walked in my house and you seen?
Family. Beautiful family.
Exactly. This is stigmatism that people believe in. I don't get to know my fellow man. I brought you here this day because I wanted to know your point, and I'm not going to argue your point. I want to listen to it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to ever get mad at John what John has to say because John is not.
We're saying the same thing.
You know what I'm saying?
Actually.
John is not here with me to. If me and John sit down and have a conversation with each other, or any white man and black man, you will realize like, damn, we have a lot
Exactly.
in common.
Exactly.
Just on opposite
But we
sides of
don't-
the spectrum.
Right. I'm gonna tell you one more thing. When I went to a no mask rally, right? Because the Murphy is trying to put laws on the mask, whatever. So, and it turned out to be, this is actually where I met John, and it turned out to be like everybody. It turned out to be like a Trump rally, right?
Oh,
So
wow.
yeah, basically it was a bunch of Trump supporters there, right? So when I go there and I'm speaking on the side, I'm speaking about my humanity pitch, and I'm like, humanity. And a woman, she was listen, she was ear hustling, and when I was talking to some other gentleman, she was ear hustling on the side, and she heard what I was saying, like, humanity, we all need to come together. Da, da, da. Same thing I'm saying today. Excuse me. I'm like, and I'm telling them all, I'm not here for Trump. I'm not here for no Biden. I'm not here for none of that. I'm here for humanity. And she comes up to me and says, I wish more of you guys would come to our neighborhoods and speak like that and speak like this, because she was like, you guys don't think that you're welcome. You know what I mean? He's like, you guys don't think that you're welcome to the white neighborhoods, so we don't ever get to hear from you guys. You know what I mean? So that's what you're talking about. They don't know that you have a wonderful family that you provide for, and everything is flowing like an oil machine. They don't understand that. You know what I mean? But they don't feel like they're welcome over here either. You know what I'm saying? So it's like an invisible barrier, and that's systematic. You know what I'm saying?
Not at Kev Barbecue. Everybody welcome to Kev Barbecue.
Yeah, I'm about to say.
Everybody from fucking
Everybody comes to
Yeah,
Cab
dude.
Barbecue.
But it's just an invisible barrier, and people just are getting brainwashed by what's going on the media. So if I walk right now to the store before this mask bull crap, and I wasn't, before all this mask stuff happened in this pandemic, and I go into the store, whether it's Walmart, whatever store, and let's say it's a white neighborhood, I go into, let's say it's Marlton, right? Mm-hmm. And I go into Target. I'm going to walk into Target. I'm going to get what I need to get, check out, and I'm going to walk out. You know what I'm saying? And for the most part, I say 8 times out of 10, I'm not going to face racism. You know what I'm saying? But if I was to read about it from another country, I would say, yo, that, and I was to look at the whole scenario, I would say, man, yo, that black man better watch his back. You know what I mean? Because I'm looking at what I'm listening to what the media is telling me about our life, about my life. You know what I'm saying? So we're letting this black magic screen, you know what I mean? That, picture, they're all black, by the way. You know what I mean? Black magic putting this poison in our heads. You know what I mean? But if we all just turned the TV off and lived and took care of ourselves and our family and our neighbor, we would we wouldn't even be having this discussion right now, I don't think. You know what I mean? Because even the police and the system is put through that television. I mean, this television I'm surprised they're not free.
Top programming device.
I'm surprised the television isn't free and cable, because we paid to get poison.
We do.
You know what I mean?
Listen, bro. I don't disagree with it. That's the same thing. It's the same thing when people say, "Oh man, I hear y'all music and how y'all talk about killing and shooting and drugs and all this, and why y'all talk like that in your music? Y'all call your women bitches and all this."
Mm-hmm.
I say to myself, bro, listen, you like movies, right?
Yes, sir.
What's a good movie that came out? John Wick. You like John Wick?
John Wick. Yeah, it's cool.
You like
It's
John
cool.
Wick?
It's
John
cool.
Wick
A
was
lot of violence.
was a lot of violence. This white dude, he's assassin going around killing everything like that.
Yeah.
Now, that's a movie, right? You know it's a movie.
Right.
There is probably real, but it's a movie. But it's a thing. But I won't go out and say I see this white man with this slick haircut, this nice cut beard, and this nice suit. I don't think that this motherfucker is a killer. I just think he's a regular white man.
Mm-hmm.
But y'all listen to our music and they hear black music and all this. It's entertainment for us. We're not like that.
Mm-hmm.
The people that's making this music, it's not like that. You know what I mean? It's just something. It's just something.
The majority.
That's another thing.
That's the thing. But I'm saying
a lot of those lyrics are given to them. CB4.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, you never heard of the conference? It was a conference that was had
100%.
that all these top execs and music off and people political. They brought all these rappers in because rap music before was all about party, dancing, having fun.
Right.
That's what the
it
lyrics was
was a
and
message.
it was a message. But they brought all these guys. We said we need y'all. We're building these privatized prisons and we need to fill them.
Mm-hmm.
The easiest way to fill them is with black people. We need y'all music to turn more violent and more aggressive, and hopefully y'all, and what that did was, excuse me, what that did was.
That's the second episode.
Sorry, just let me finish, please. What it did was, it made white America scared. They looked at, oh my gosh, these black people are doing this. They look aggressive. The cops heard this music say, let's target the kids that look like the guys that's making these music because I think they're doing the same thing they're saying in these lyrics. Some of the black kids, some, not all. I listen to all that gangster music. I would never kill nobody. But some kids go out and say, hey, I want to be like what these rappers are doing, so I'm going to go start performing some of the act. Not all black kids, maybe a group of them. But guess what? You lump them all in together. Now I start filling my prison with y'all. White America is scared because they see the music. They believe that's true. The cops see that. That's who they got to target. Black kids see that. Some of them want to grow up to inspire to be like that. So guess what? We got a freaking line lined up, putting our prisons, loading our prisons up. We're not like that. I listen to that killing gangster thug all music.
But
bro, I never sold a drug a day in my life.
And the thing about it, and this is what we were talking about earlier with the 13-year-old. Was that your cousin?
Yeah.
Right, your cousin. Maybe he didn't see anybody in the neighborhood with the fly gear or anything like that, but he heard Young Jeezy in them. You know what I'm saying? He heard them lyrics. Now, I'm not saying that that's the only reason he did it, because I know you said he had a family to take care of and all that. But when you hear the Young Jeezys of the world saying that it still sparks the idea to, I'm gonna get this money some way, and in his mind subconsciously, Young Jeezy is in his mind when he's saying the snowman. You know what I mean? When he's saying, I gotta make it work for my family. You know what I mean? It's still dripped in his head to still make it, to gear his decision to drugs. You know what I'm saying? And that's systematic. And like I said, it's not even Jeezy's lyrics. Sometimes I heard people say, "Man, Jeezy wasn't like that in the street." You know what I mean?
But he was.
Yeah, I mean, okay. That's fine. A lot of them aren't though.
Yeah,
a lot of them
he
aren't.
was actually
I
was a real drug dealer.
I believe it. Now, I'm just saying, but a lot of them aren't. You know what I mean? That's my point.
That's fine.
You know what I mean? And even if you are, I mean, that's like a good resume for you to get a position. You know what I mean? That's a even better resume to get a position to spread the message for the agenda that they want to push, is what I'm saying. You know what I mean? And whether it's going to hit you from all angles. You're going to see it in the hood. You're going to see it on the television. You're going to hear it from your parents. You know what I mean? You're going to see it. It's going to hit you in all angles, man.
Stop doing that. I'm trying to get to a point, man. I'm listening.
So no, it's cool.
No.
No, I made my point.
Can you stop?
No,
Yeah.
we're not playing.
Yeah.
We're trying to actually.
I know.
people are- they getting busy.
John had a comment. That's why I kept it there. Who was you guys' role models?
That's a good question.
It depends, because I can always say my grandfather, but
Yeah, I'm about to say.
My grandfather.
My grandfather was, he was definitely like, he was just, I believe all three of our grandfathers were alike. You know what I'm saying? My grandfather was in the Navy. He was a hardworking individual. He
was in the
actually, yeah, he ended up getting multiple scoliosis on the ship. So he was handicapped. He was paralyzed. His whole left side, I believe it was. And he walked his whole life with a cane. The whole life that I've known him anyway. You know what I mean? I've never known him to not walk without a cane. Except for one funny time. I'll tell you about that later. But he was a man who did everything. You know what I mean? He couldn't work, so he had to do everything else. You're talking about a man who would do the laundry for the whole house, and our laundry was downstairs. And he'd walk down 16 steps every day after going through the whole house to get everybody's laundry. Up and down steps all day.
With a cane.
You know what I mean? With no cane. You know what I mean? There ain't no room for him holding baskets
Right.
and a cane walking down steps.
So he was just hurting.
The respect that I had for that man was just incredible. You know what I'm saying? Just watching what a real man is supposed to do with him not being able. You know what I'm saying? This is a man who made like, he was making like $3,000 a month off the government, off of giving his life, you know what I mean, to the government, for working for the government. And now he gets like $3,000 a month, which is nothing. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't worth it.
Right.
I mean, I'm sure he got other incentives, but it's still struggle. You know what I'm saying? It's still like, yo, we got to pay this and we got to pay that. My wife has to work. You know what I mean? Like role reversal in a sense. You got to understand how that makes, as a man, you know how that makes you feel
For sure.
if you can't provide the way you're supposed to provide.
Right.
But the things that he did for our family, like everybody, he was a whole different level of a person. You know what I mean?
Mine's
And
the same thing.
Same way.
Mine
way.
was my grandfather. My grandfather lost his arm in a car accident, so he couldn't work anymore. But that man cleaned his house every day. The house that we're in right now is my grandparents' house. He cleaned his house every day. I seen that man with one arm mow the lawn with the pull start. He had it rigged up for him having one arm, the pull start. I watched that man as a kid rake leaves up in his yard. Me and my brother had to drag that tarp across the street when it was all woods. Drag that tarp across the street, throw the leaves in the woods. So I looked up to my grandfather. He worked hard. He never let his disability limit him. So that's how I grew up. That's why I never sold drugs. I work hard my whole life. My hands will be calloused. I can't be beat. Ain't nothing gonna take me down. Whether one leg, 2 legs, one arm, 2 arms. I seen him work every day. So that's my biggest inspiration was my grandfather.
Awesome.
Oh, yeah. Well, mine's definitely was my grandfather, along with a bunch of members of my family. And, yeah, he started out at, well, I believe he was a cook in the Army. I might be wrong. Sorry. But he started out at District Council 33 as I believe, a painter. And rose all the way up to vice president. So, yeah, it was fucking dope to go on my grandpa's job, and he got a big ass office. He had the internet before y'all niggas had internet.
I'm not gonna hold you. It was dope just going to your grandpa's house, man. That was a ball every time I went there, man.
Yeah.
I never been to a house in Philly with a yard before, like a house.
Yeah.
That was my first time ever being there. I was a grown ass man.
Yeah,
I was a grown man.
But you know what it was? Number one, he loved all his grandsons. Like he was like my dad and my cousin's dad and my brother's dad. And like he showed us everything. He showed. Oh shit! I didn't know I was gonna get misty eyed. Oh goodness! Oh wow! All right,
Yeah,
It's all right, bro.
it's all good.
So he showed us everything we were supposed to be, and that's why he was very important to me. He showed me what a man should be, and what a successful man could be. So yeah. Yep.
Me?
Yeah.
Man, I had a little bit of everything. It was my dad, you know, he was just passionate, whatever he, role model, was a little bit rough. Is sometimes hard to say about certain people because my dad did show me drinking and smoking, and I don't abide by any of those. You know what I'm saying? But my dad was very passionate, and that's where I get my passion from. My brother is very, very smart. You know what I mean? He's one of the smartest people that I know. My other brother is he's a hard worker. You know what I mean? He follows through on things, and so I get, my mom. I'll say my mom really. You know what I mean? Because that's what I really say. Because my mom, I have my mom's personality. She's like the sweetest person you could ever meet. You know what I mean? She's welcoming to any and everybody. And I feel like at heart, she don't agree with my message right now. You know what I'm saying? She would be on forget Trump and side, you know what I mean? Which I'm not even for Trump or Biden or none of that, but that when you for one person, you forget about the all lives. That's how I feel. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, she grew up and she has her, she's older. My mom is older than the average person my age. So, she's a little stuck in her ways, but at the end of the day, she's the most welcoming person. I'm sure if Trump came to the door, she would change her mind. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, my role model is my brother. The sweetest.
Damn, I'm gonna throw my mom in there too, though.
Yeah, that's my role model.
Yeah, my mom and shit too. All right, we might have to wrap up there. We're at 2 hours.
Yeah, man, this was a great show, though.
It was a great show.
Mike, brother, I want to thank you, brother. Appreciate it.
I appreciate you.
Yeah,
you already know.
So all 3 different ones.
Let's shout out some of the people that commented on it
for sure.
So yeah, pull them up for me. So I want to thank everybody, number one, for tuning in and giving your opinions, and that's all this was a conversation. I know that we were talking about, like, we additionally we talked about Black Lives Matter versus All Lives Matter, but really I think this was just a conversation about it all. Mm-hmm. And we appreciate you guys talking with us. We want to shout out.
I want to shout out Belinda Coleman, Adam Stockdale, John. I don't know how to pronounce your last name. Lauka, Marilyn. I want to shout out you also. Who else? Justin. Thank you. Tony. I just want to listen. I'm glad that y'all all commented today. I loved all the different point of views. I'm not here to knock anybody. I just want to listen, and that's what we should do in America, is to listen to everybody and try to understand where everybody came from before coming to a prejudgment of somebody. That's where the word prejudice comes from. You're prejudging them before you get to know them. Yeah, sometimes I can be prejudiced to people because I prejudge them before I get to know them, and I'm always one on this show to say I announce my flaws. I'm not gonna hide from this shit. Never. But if you don't want to consider yourself prejudiced, don't mean you hate blacks or you hate whites. It just means you giving out that prejudgment of somebody before you even get a chance to speak to them.
So what should they do?
Get to know somebody. Get to talk to your neighbor. Like we talked to my man Mike today. I believe in Black Lives Matter. He believes in All Lives Matter. But we sat down and had a discussion, and we got some understanding of where we both coming from, and he made some great points that made me change my view. Hopefully we were
saying the same thing, I think.
Pretty much hopefully I had some, but we sound like we was on the same page, bro. And
whenever.
That's all, man. Listen.
Yeah.
We appreciate you guys tuning in. We appreciate all the comments. The banner was amazing. I want to just let you guys know we are not a political show at all. If you decide to tune in to another show, a previous show, or the next show, you might be a little devastated. We like to have fun more. Mike is a really good friend of mine, you know what I'm saying? And he brought up a topic that I felt like it would be good for the culture and everyone to actually discuss. Not necessarily debate, but, just bring out a point of view that everybody can bring to the table and make a clear understanding.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And hopefully you guys will tune in. You'll enjoy the fun times. You'll enjoy the serious times. We're definitely going to have Mike back. We're going to have some conspiracy theory episodes coming up again. We got a few people
we
that
need you
that
back for
talk
that.
that talk.
Yes.
Michael, I definitely want Mike for that.
Is there
we'll
anything that Mike wants to say in closing?
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, you finished?
Yeah, do your thing.
I just want to say thank you all. Yeah, I mean, this is all that. Yeah, I mean, I know this joint gonna go viral.
Yeah, this will
it
go
need
viral.
to. It's gonna save the world. Yeah, I mean,
Word.
but I want to say, I want to touch on the prejudge, and only God can judge me, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when I say only God can judge me, that means only I can judge me. You know what I'm saying? I am a God. And I feel like we are all gods. And that's why I feel the way I feel, like nobody else should be governing us. You know what I'm saying? Nobody should be above us. We are all equal. That's why all lives do matter. And if we look for somebody else to put put at power, we're making ourselves powerless, and we're giving them the choice to either have our best interests or to not have our best interests, but they have the choice in their hands. All right, so I just want to end it on that and say, in order to take the power, in order to be gods, man, we have to learn ourselves, and love thy neighbor. You learn yourself, you learn the next guy, you learn the next woman. You know what I mean? You know, they always say you love yourself before you love anybody. You will mess up a relationship if you don't love yourself, right? So that's I'll close it with that. And I love you all. Thanks for having me, man. And this was great, man. Thanks.
Welcome.
Absolutely. So if you didn't know where to find us, if you want to check us out at any time, you can get us on YouTube. You can get us on iTunes, Spotify, anywhere where you stream your music.
iHeartRadio now.
iHeartRadio now. Yes, absolutely. You can follow us on Facebook and Instagram, Twitter, all of your major social media platforms. But I just want to thank you guys for being with us. And once again, we were your host.
I'm Cool Kev.
Dash.
And I'm Big Dre. We want to thank Mike.
Mike Scott.
Absolutely. And you guys have a good day.
All right, peace.
Peace out.